Hey guys, how's it going? It's your boy M.K.S here, back in another video. I thought I'd make one about Celtic again, as Celtic are playing today, using my green mug representing Celtic. Anywho, I'd love to make videos as good as One Celtic Fans View or ACSOM, the Celtic State of Mind, or channels like that, or even Ryan 118 or Hell 67 and other Celtic channels, or even general channels like the Kickoff or Mark Goldbridge's channel and channels like that. But anyway, I am unique. I am me, so I make them as well as I can. But yeah, I hope people out there enjoy them, enjoy these videos, including this one, especially my fellow Celtic fans. As I often mentioned, I'm a fan of Italian football and Celtic, so I'd love for Italian football and Celtic to have a partnership together and train together as much as possible, I'd say, especially at youth level. But our main rivals, Rangers, often brag about being the world's most successful club, I think, if I'm not mistaken. But they seem to be obsessed with us. They're always following our channels and stuff like that. But in many cases, but anyway, Celtic have a chance to become the treble winners for the to become treble winners for the 8th time in a row. Sorry, not 8th time in a row, 8th time in our history, which is a record, I believe, which I read about and heard about. And I think that'd be pretty cool. And I'd love for Celtic to win as many trophies as possible, of course, as I often say. And I think that the club with the most trophies in the world is Ahly. Apologies if I butchered the pronunciation. If any people from Egypt can let me know about the pronunciation in the comment section. Ahly from Egypt, of course. Which is another country. I love Egypt. But as I've talked before about, I love Egypt to be a connector between Africa and Asia, bridge between Africa and Asia, and bring their businesses together and things like that, and help them to network and that sort of thing. But anyway, I would love for Celtic to win probably even more trophies than them. That would be pretty cool. I hope Ahly fans don't mind me saying that, but kudos to them, credit to them for doing well. But yeah, I'd love for Celtic to win as many trophies as possible, I'll say. But this idea partly came from the one and only Piers Morgan, who said stuff about Celtic when Celtic fans were singing about the coronation of the King Charles, saying about when the Celtic fans sang songs like "You can stick your coronation up your rear end," and there's a different word which I'm not going to say here, but and also people sang songs from Celtic before about the royal family. Some I disagree with. I thought they went a bit too far, like Maggie's in a Box. I didn't agree with that, and also if you hate the royal family, I don't agree with hate, but it was quite funny because the Scottish FA didn't trust Celtic fans to not sing anti-royal songs, so they said instead of doing a minute silence, we're going to do an applause because they can't break that applause. But Celtic fans were quite creative and said, if you hate the royal family, clap your hands. Obviously, when people did an applause, that was quite a cheeky sort of thing. So I kind of find it funny, but I don't agree with hate, but I thought it was funny at the same time, and it is sort of freedom of speech. I thought the Maggie in the Box thing was a bit too far. But Piers Morgan said if Celtic fans hate the royal family and want to avoid the coronation, they can instead watch Celtic videos. And I thought that's an interesting idea. So thanks for that idea, Piers Morgan. I thought I'm not against Piers Morgan. I'm just having a bit of banter, shall we say. But I thought that would be a good, interesting idea for so many Celtic fans around the world. Instead of watching anything to do with the royal family or stuff like that, we could watch playlists of old Celtic games on YouTube, like especially from Celtic's main channel, and maybe that could even help Celtic to raise more funds for the club, which could be used to benefit the club in the future as well. Obviously, a football club needs money to invest in buying better players, even better players, and investing in the academies and things like that. So hopefully it'll benefit Celtic in those sorts of ways. Also, I just remembered Celtic are doing a tour. I think it's in July in Asia, in Japan and South Korea. And I've always wanted to do a tour of Asia as well, being half Asian as well myself and being an anti-imperialist. So I'd love to go to that tour, but I don't know if I'd be able to do so. But if I could, that's one of my that would be probably on my bucket list to do that tour. I'd love to go to watch Celtic, but also in Asia, and I hope they play an all-star Japanese J-League team as well as a Korean league team. I think they're probably called the K-League. I would love for Celtic to play against some of the local teams, maybe even like at youth level, playing against the local youth teams to help them to practice as well, and having academies and sports clubs in those countries. But back to today's game, I hope that obviously Celtic win and beat Hearts, breaking Hearts, and especially Rangers Hearts. I say I don't hate anyone; it's just a bit of banter. And as a Celtic fan, I wish everyone well, but obviously especially Celtic fans and Italian football fans. But it would be great to see Celtic win another treble, and also next season I hope Celtic can go again and win many trophies. I hope that Ange Postecoglou, who's done a really excellent job at Celtic, I hope he can stay for as long as possible, at least maybe for another. I suppose he's already been at the club. This is his second year, so I hope he can stay for at least another 3 to complete 5 years. And I'd encourage him to do that. So it'd be like part of his legacy that he stayed at the club and built it for 5 years. And then it'd be great if he told the Celtic fans about his 5-year plans, 5 to 10 year plans, and also the club talked about his 5 to 10 year plans. I think that'd be pretty cool. But yeah, I hope Celtic win as many trophies as possible. And another thing I thought would be quite funny is if Rangers, especially if Celtic could poach or gain investment from or sponsorship from clubs, companies who sponsor other clubs as well, or even they could sponsor Celtic and invest in Celtic instead if they see we have a huge fan base and stuff like that. And one of the things if we poached Rangers investors and sponsors, that'd be quite funny. Like they were leaving a sinking ship, as one Celtic fan's view. The guy who runs that channel said. I don't know his name, but yeah, it'd be quite interesting. I think if Castor, I think, still invests in or sponsors Rangers, if they left them and sponsored us instead, I thought that'd be quite funny. And I thought that'd be quite funny. And also, like other investors and sponsors of Rangers, if they instead invested in and sponsored Celtic, I think that'd be quite interesting. So I'd love to hear what football fans, especially Celtic fans, think. And as I put the questions in, like, what do you think of football and what do you think of Celtic generally? What do you think of Celtic and what do you think of football generally, shall we say? And so I put a poll about how many people like Celtic and stuff like that. So I think I'm going to wrap it up, although I had a few things I was going to say, but I've lost my train of thought. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. And again, I hope Celtic fans like this video and post in the comments and things like that. And I am out. Peace and out.